Hey everybody, Stippling Vaughn, and it is Friday Night Stippling. And you can see I've been doing some work on this. Not a whole lot. The big thing with this page is you can see I erased the page, the panel here, and I redrew it. I didn't care for how it turned out, and I wanted this to be much more push back more in these characters, more show that they're deep in a forest, that it's on a slope of a hill, and I don't know. I don't think it's actually pulling it off, and it looks like it's on a slope. I actually even took photographs, and it's amazing how you take a photograph, you look at it, and you can see that's a slope on a hill, but yet when you actually translate it onto the paper and draw it, it doesn't. Like, here's the image. I actually went out, took a photograph of in the woods, and I don't know if, I mean, to you guys, does it look like the side of a hill? So I don't know. I'm not in love with how it turned out, so I'm probably gonna redraw it again. Um, let's see here. I wanted to show you guys something. Let's see here. Where is that? Here, this page. Nope, that's not it. Okay. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, it must be downstairs then. So I'll have to show you guys another night. But I wanted to show you guys the one hand that I was working on with Mac where he's passed out and compare it to uh, the hand in Batman, the Deadly Duo. I want to show you guys the penciled pages or the pencil slash ink pages, so you can see slightly similar of how I'm doing it to how Mark Silvestri does it. So I'll have to definitely make sure I get you guys all that information. Not a whole lot of people have been streaming this week. It wasn't actually till today that I figured out that when it was either today or last night, I figured out the reason why not many people were streaming was because uh, it is spring break for a lot of people with kids. So a lot of these creators just are not able to uh, stream. Having the kids at home doing stuff. I know Billy Tucci and him and his family there. We actually went out to down to Florida and rented a house. So uh, so obviously he was not streaming. So there was no professionals this week. There's no pontificators this week, which I don't understand. I'm kind of glad that Art is not streaming because he really needs to get his book done. It's technically past due. I'm actually like, I know it could be like how it would be so much better if he actually just had done that, stopped streaming so he wouldn't meet his deadline. But hey, at least he's realizing that he's under the gun and he's got to get it done. So as a result, or maybe he's on vacation. I don't know. So whatever his reason is. So, I really don't have too much more to talk about. Like I said, it was a slow week. Watch more Reenie streaming than anything else this week. So make sure you are backing her book, Fiendish 2. I wanted to I'm trying to expand this because I'm working from home now with these videos. I wanted to, uh, I wanted to start stream on Sundays also, but last Sunday was Easter Sunday, so Aaron was streaming later than normal. And by the time he was done streaming, it was just too late to stream. I had to get to bed. So I wasn't able. So no stream video or stippling video Sunday. We'll hopefully get into the habit of doing that. What I might start doing, because like we're going to be doing this tonight, is what I might just start doing is just start doing these videos while they're doing their shows. And I mean, I'm not going to do like a full like 2 hour video, but just like you can listen in on what they're talking about, and I can provide my own commentary during that period of time. Uh, I don't know. So you gotta keep in mind, everything's still. I don't. I'm still trying to get used to all of this. Uh, this camera, I don't. Normally, this camera is like shifted over more that way, and all the work right now. The way I have this camera angled, um, this camera, it's a flex stand. The flex cord is like pretty much like digging into my cheek, for me able to see what I'm doing, which in some ways, okay, I can use that to try to keep it steady, but at the same time, my jaw is causing more of the camera to move around. So then when I'm done, I gotta resave it under stabilization. So it's just pain in the ass. So I don't know. So right now we've got Michael Bancroft streaming. So I'm going to turn it up so you can listen to uh, the great Aussie Michael Bancroft. There we go. So I'm sure you guys can hear Michael Bancroft. Kind of just like when I'm at the bar doing my videos and you can hear the music in the background. Hopefully, right now, Michael is just like background noise. Um, see, I don't know. When you listen to the videos, especially the ones at the bar, is my voice competing with the music or not? So I don't know whether I'm competing with Michael Bancroft or not. So he's right now just starting a show, and he is reading the chat to everybody. So remember, he's got his book, The Lucent. So you want to check that out. So, and Graham Nolan, he is going to be launching book 2 of Joe Frankenstein. So you want to keep an eye on that. Book 1 closed out at over 100,000. Closed out on Ethan's channel. So. Well, yeah, if it's your fault, it's your fault, Michael. No, don't worry. It might be 41 people, but it'll get bigger as the show goes on. I've noticed Michael's shows start off slow because he doesn't do like an hour intro music to allow this audience build up. So, which I like that about him and Graham and Aaron, Andy, how they have a short intro, just jump straight in and start entertaining us. Congratulations, David G. Uh, yeah, see, I think what I might do is tomorrow when I go into the bar, uh, the bartender Vanessa, she's there. I think what I might do, because she's very, very accommodating to me. I think what I'm gonna do is like when I get in there, and I'll be in there, get in there right at 11 o'clock in the morning, is just to ask her, hey, it's before like anybody shows up, like, hey, can you turn off the music or turn the music really down for like the first half hour so I can get this video made? And I'm sure she'll accommodate so that way I can do this video. I can have the camera mounted so it's comfortable for me. So I just like crank away. So I mean, this may not seem interesting to you guys because I'm not really doing any details. I'm just like, it's like, okay, he's just tapping away at the page. You're not really showing me anything. Because I mean, when you're working on the mountains like this, that's the way ends up being, is you're just tapping away and just like you're just allowing the dots to create the foliage of the trees and create the texture, create the depth within the trees. Because if you look at how like, a lot of times these days, uh, it's done with color. Well, that's not the way. What the hell? No, I'm talking to you guys. I'm not paying attention to the show. See, I'm kind of taking advantage of the fact that I don't have to worry about uh, copyright block because of, or copyright claim, because all the music is, there is no music, it's just Michael talking. And I personally don't think I'm going to have Michael yelling and having my channel claimed or blocked or struck because I'm stream sniping him while doing my video. So I don't know. You could say that I'm being lazy and like, well, why don't you just come up with a subject to talk about? Sometimes it's not that easy coming up with a subject. I mean, like I did a video last night talking about top 10, the compendium. And the reason why I did that is because I enjoy that book so much, and I just saw it available at the local comic book store. So I had to buy it so that way I didn't have to flip through the individual issues to read the book or look at the artwork, because most of those issues I have signed by either Jerry Ordway or Gene Ha. So I want to be able to keep them in relatively good condition. So having a reader copy to look at and read is very beneficial to me. And the reason why I really like that book is because it has so many inside jokes and Easter eggs of like their own take of various heroes. And I mean, it's just chock full of page of like they do like, okay, well here's our version of Sluggo, and here's our version of Archie, and here's our version of all the DC characters and whatnot. So it's very entertaining. So I wanted you guys. I like looking at that because where I really got into like, oh my god, when you're doing an event, you really go all out is because of when George Perez did Crisis on Infinite Earths, which that also came out as a trade paperback uh, today or Wednesday. So if you want to get yourself a relatively inexpensive reader copy to just read the hell out of and save your condition of your individual floppies, you can do that. Or in my case, see, I have two sets of Crisis on Infinite Earths. The reason why I have two sets is because I've read them so much that it got to the point that I knew I was not going to be able to keep them in good condition. So I just keep flipping through those and just keep reading them. I know the value's going down on them, but I mean, at this point, I mean, it's one of those where it's like these books are meant to be these books are meant to be read. They're not meant to be slabbed for just to be able to look at the cover. So, but and Michael Bancroft has Clint Holinsky on. He's launching his book, The Superiors, and as of right now, it's already at $2,639. Has a flexible goal to get published or to meet goal of $7,454, and so far he's got 23 backers. This is one of those books that I was looking at and I was like, I like the feel. It has a classic superhero book feel, team book feel. It has that. It reminds me of like when Image was given the rights to uh, Avengers and Captain America, and like how Rob Liefeld got those two books, and then how like Fantastic Four and Iron Man went over to Jim Lee and Will Spataccio. So this reminds me of that, and Clint is quite good at mimicking uh, other artists' styles. So it has a slight 90s era feel to it because it's got a slight Extreme Studios feel to the book. It's got some of the little bit of the homage studio uh, look to the line work. So he does, like I said, he does it quite well. In my opinion, he does a pretty good job of mimicking other artists' styles. And he's, I don't know, I think he's pretty successful at it. It really comes down to whether you like that or not. I personally don't have a problem. I actually prefer. It's reached the point because of the artwork being so piss poor by the mainstream. Uh, I actually prefer all these artists that are mimicking and aping that '90s feel and look to their books. So I don't know. It's I don't like to try to swipe the style of other artists. Probably because I spent such a long period of time avoiding mimicking other artists. At this point, it's one of those like if I started, it almost like it seemed like in a regression of my artwork. So, but I don't know. To each their own. As long as if they're being successful, mimicking or aping another artist style, to each their own. If they're getting their campaigns funded and they're getting them fulfilled, hey, congratulations. You set out to do what you wanted to do. And so I'll have to make sure to share to add Clint's campaign to the description of this video, so anybody who is interested can go into the description and you would be able to see like Rainey's campaign, Aaron Lepresti's campaign, Graham Nolan's Ghost of Matacumba Key, and then of course Clint Holinsky's The Superiors. So, but so well, here I'll let these guys talk for a little bit.
So I just wanted to touch on this. This is a quick follow-up. Here's Joe Glass, everyone's favorite GLAD award winner, saying, "This is a threat." Thank you to your boy Zach for pointing this out as it was in my timeline earlier. This is a threat. Like he actually put in in the tweet. Like literally, no one is asking for this. Well, I think that's not the correct use of the word literally, because there are people who are actually asking for this.
Okay, I'm asking for it. Therefore, you're wrong. Someone is asking for this. I'm officially asking for a Harry Potter reboot to be on HBO Max and for expand 10 years. There you go, Joe Glass. There is one person asking for it, and it's me. Stippling Vaughn is asking for it. So, to you, Joe Glass. Maybe I'll make that the video, the title. I made Joe Glass a liar.
Since the 90s. Still one of the most popular franchises in the world.
I know everybody's gotten tired of Lord of the Rings already.
Yeah, with a 37% failure rate to finish. Why Amazon's going to continue that show, I do not know. Was it?
Anyway, I just thought that was a funny.
It was a bad version of a cosplay when it debuted, and it still is. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna work on this here for a little bit.
The MCU. That seems a lot.
And the detail that you put into an entire season. These books.
Yes.
These books were deep.
Yeah.
Like there was a lot that was left on the cutting floor of the movies.
Yeah,
That's what I said yesterday.
The writer even said that the movies are just she considers them an abridged version of each book.
Lord of the Rings. Same thing's happening there. It's not the same thing as just remaking the Lion King movie in a live action. It's quite a different undertaking. I'm tentative, but I don't know if I'll say hopeful. But the fact that J.K. Rowling's involved, the fact that she's become in the last year, especially even since Secrets of Dumbledore came out, which was terrible by the way, she's become even more toxic to that whole crowd. So, Postman for 5 again. You don't know about the extra credits, racist orc and video game Nazi debacle. Well, I remember the racist orc thing.
Yeah.
I don't know what extra.
I never understood that. I'm sorry. For me, that was that racist orc stuff. That was like you're looking for it. It's you're intentionally looking for negativity, and you're going to create it wherever you can find it. I think that's bullshit.
But anyway, new member. Laura, welcome.
Tolkien wasn't racist. If you're going to blame anybody, you blame the creative team behind the prosthetic makeups. Dumb motherfuckers. Oh, did I say that aloud?
For some reason,
Yeah, I
you can
did.
highlight the new members, but you can't highlight their member chats. I don't understand it. I don't want to understand it. Just fix this. Fix this now, streamer. It says new update will be interesting because when the original movies were released, they didn't have the technology to make Hermione and the Weasleys black as per Rowling's original. Well, with obviously not with the Weasleys, that will be, but they will. I mean, they're good. Hermione, she's like, yeah, Hermione could be black. Who knows? And she forgot that she wrote many copies.
I don't know. With all those actors coming out against RK, I would look at that. I would scour their contracts. Like, is there anything we can do to take away? Because you got to keep in mind, every single time someone watches Harry Potter on HBO Max or it's aired on TV, they get a royalty check. So it's ones that are like, really? So you have a problem with the role that made you famous and literally made you a millionaire? We'll tell you what. We'll just renege on that, and we'll just take away all that money. So that way you can criticize with a clean conscience that you're not taking any blood money off of a racist feminist who is a Yahtzee towards the trans community. How about that?
You don't hate all of them. You hate women like you that wrote this article.
You're not allowed to dislike the tone of this trailer, the look of it, the idea, the actors, anything. So if you do, you must hate women. Hostin says, look up extra credits, stop normalizing ignorance. Video gets hilarious. I will, Hostin. Thank you very much. I'll check that out. It sounds good. Thank you for the super chats. Snapchat hates bitches. Is that normal? Of course, this whole thing reeks of diversity. The circle of diversity. Are you aware
It's
of
the circle of diversity. They'll eat their own.
Here's put it down here. We demand to be included in your space to make it more diverse and inclusive. Then we demand you change.
Well, you're more than welcome in our space. You have to respect our side, though, but you don't. Yeah, they're the ones who are gatekeeping themselves from this space by not allowing themselves to consider another side of what's happening. So, the circle of diversity, they'll eat their own, and we will laugh at them. And yes, my singing sucks. So, yeah, I know. I'm amazed that you guys are still watching this video. I should probably start, instead of boring you to death with these videos, you don't even get to the end to get to the point where I'm asking you to like, subscribe, and share. I should just do a stream. So maybe I should just start doing that. Learn how to do that. So.
And then if you don't play with her, then she cries and mom comes in. It's just a grown-up version of it.
Sex Zombie for 5 says back at 29 for the superiors. I can't wait, Clint LCG. Thank you so much.
Hey, Backer 29. Congrats.
Zombie LCG.
I've always wants me to play the Tower of Bricks clip. I wish I had it. There's a fantastic clip of a little boy just on his own building some, foam bricks, and then a girl just comes over in a princess tiara,
Oh god.
knocks it over, and he just looks at her and goes.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm getting to the point where you can't just lean over the camera. I gotta actually be in a much more comfortable position to take care of this. So we're gonna wrap up this video. So sorry if you are disappointed in it, but hey, change comes a challenge to be overcome. And instead of crying about it and making myself a victim over the fact that I can't stream at the bar, I'm going to overcome it and work my way through it. So, as long as I don't give up and I keep creating these videos, one way or another, that's what matters to me. So remember, everybody, like, subscribe, share, it all helps. Until then, remember, life is stressful. Just take it all one dot at a time.